Hello, my beautiful people. It's been a little bit since I have talked to you guys. I feel like I say that every single time I come back on here. I'm so happy. I feel like every time I've made a video, I've just been sad and depressed and just in a bad place. But I just feel so much light in my heart. And I feel like that heaviness that I used to carry around with me, like I know it's still there and it's still a part of me, but I just choose to see the good things in life. I choose to believe that I am loved and I'm valued and I'm seen. And I wanted to share to you guys a little bit about that. So I just want to make a disclaimer. In this video, I am going to be talking about God and my faith and my beliefs. And I totally understand if some of you don't agree with my beliefs and my values, and that's fine. You don't have to watch this video. You don't have to agree with me. I get it. And there are a lot of people out there that give Christianity a bad name, and I just want anyone that has been hurt by any religious figure in their life or person, I'm really sorry that you've ever felt that you're not loved. That's not how I see you. That's not how God sees you. Like, I believe in gay rights. I believe in trans rights. I believe in, any sexual orientation is valid. And I'm pro-choice, and that's how I choose to believe. And if you're watching this and you don't believe with my beliefs in that area, then you can click off this video right now, because I am never going to make someone feel invalid. That's not up to me. That's just, I will never do that. So that's just what I wanted to get out of the way right off the bat. For a long time, like literally my whole life up till 6 months ago, I was a very depressed, sad, lonely, just very, very sad person. I'm not gonna lie, like that still is in my heart and probably will be for a long time. It's gonna take a while for me to totally get out of there, but I also do have a lightness in me now. But anyway, going back to how I was before, I've always been super, super insecure. I never saw myself as beautiful, as worthy. I just always felt not good enough and unlovable and unwanted. And while going through this journey, I realized that a lot of that came from my childhood. My parents divorced when I was young. I'm not trying to say like, oh, my parents divorced, so I'm a special snowflake. Like, I know literally everyone has divorced parents. But, my parents are married. They're 13 years and they divorced. And my mom, she was a single woman. So, of course, she wanted to get back on the dating scene, which, looking back at now, I'm like, she's allowed to do that. Like, I'm not saying she's a bad person for that at all. Like, good for her. She was obviously hurting and going through something. I just wanted to feel young again, I don't know, or loved, or find something. So yeah, anyway. But I was like 5 or 6, 7 at the time, and literally like, so me and my sister, like, my mom had like pretty much all custody of us, but we see my dad every other weekend. But the weekends that we did have with her mom, you'd think that she would want to like do things with us and spend time with us, but my mom, she put all her time and attention into dating men. And I remember this one time she picked me up from school. It's probably like 7, and I was so excited because during like lunch or recess or whatever at school, I had like made this plan of like the weekend or like what we were gonna do that night or something along those lines. And I was so excited because I knew it was my weekend with her, and she picked me up from school, and I was like, Mom, look, like I made this plan for us. And she said, she just like didn't even acknowledge it. She's like, oh, well, you know what, we're not gonna be able to do that because I'm going out with my girls and my friends tonight, and your dad gets you this time. It's my time off, is literally what she said. And I just remember feeling like, all right, my mom doesn't even want to spend time with me. Like, I barely have any friends. No one really cares about me. And now my mom doesn't want to spend time with me. That's great. And I was like 7 at the time thinking this. So I feel like as I made this connection, like that it makes so much sense when I look at what I have done further in my life. Attention has been something that I've tried so hard to get, but I never felt like, I don't know, it was earned maybe, or that I got it. Like I'm very, very shy and very soft-spoken, and I don't speak up, and people kind of, like, it's hard for me to make friends because I'm so shy when you first meet me. I don't really make an impression on people because I don't open up. It takes me a really, really long time to open up to people, and no one gives me the opportunity to open up. And I think that's also been something that it's just been like carved into my mind, like, you're not good enough because, like, no one wants to get to know you because of your oppression. Like, no one cares about you. So that's also been something that's been really, like, hard. I'm not even making sense. I kind of didn't make a plan for this, which is fine. And then, so going back to the attention thing, I didn't date anyone in high school. No boys really looked at me that way, but I also didn't try. And then when I was 21, I finally, like, got this guy, like, was interested in me in a romantic way or a sexual way, whatever. And I remember just, like, I loved the validation I got from that, because my whole life I had never gotten that. I had never been given that attention and affection. And now that I had it, I was just like, I wanted to hold on to that feeling because it made me feel good. I felt like a high when I had those feelings. And so anyway, this person ended up kind of, like, not wanting me. And I just remember feeling like, oh my God, like, what am I gonna do? I don't have the feeling of being wanted anymore. And then later on, he reached out to me just wanting to have sex. And I gave in to him because I was like, well, no one else is gonna want me, so why don't I just give him my body? And I did it because I just wanted attention from him. I literally just wanted to feel worth something. And I thought that's the only way that I could feel worth something. So me and him kind of developed a friends with benefits situation, pretty much. Like, he would randomly reach out to me over Snapchat at like 4 a.m. just to hang out and hook up, and every single time I would go. So in his mind, it became apparent that, oh, Ava's just around when I want her. And so after all of our little endeavors, whatever, every time he would stop talking to me for weeks at a time, literally ignore me, and we worked together too. And he would just ignore me, pretend I don't exist. And I remember every time I would just felt just horrible about myself. Like, I let him do whatever he wanted with me, and then he would just, like, dump me and not even pay attention to me. And it, honestly, it was my fault. Like, I know it's also on him, but I'm the one who gave him the opportunity to treat me the way he did. I kept going back to him. I became this thing to him that was just there when he wanted it, and he didn't even have to try. He'd just be like, hey, come over, and I would go. And it was just like when nothing else would work out for him with another girl, I was just like, okay, I'll go back to her now, because she's always going to be there. And so for me, that has been the biggest thing that I've had to realize. I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until it really became apparent that I was in denial about the situation, because I was like, oh, I'm just a girl in my 20s who just wants to have fun. But really, it wasn't the case, because I wasn't doing these things because I wanted to do them. I was doing it to get attention, to feel worthy, to feel like someone wanted me. And I don't think that's healthy for anyone to do. Like, you shouldn't have to have sex with someone to feel, like, good enough. I just hope that I'm not coming across as, like, saying that it's bad to have sex, because I don't think that's the case. I just think you shouldn't do it for those reasons. Does that make sense? I hope so. Anyway, so that was something that I had to realize about myself, and I ended up cutting off contact with him. I deleted him on Snapchat, but then we still worked together at the time. but then he ended up quitting, so, which has been amazing for me, honestly. I'm not happy that he quit, but I'm happy that I don't have to have him in my life anymore, because he was a really bad and unhealthy person in my life, and I don't have to deal with that anymore, which is great. But then I also, I struggle with like my body image and eating and stuff, and so that has been really hard, because I'm trying so hard to like believe that there's the verse like, you were what is it called? I have it literally on my shelf. You were fearfully and you were fearfully and wonderfully made. But if that's the case, then why do I hate my body? Why do I hate the way I look? Why do I every day look in the mirror and I say, why the hell am I looking like this? But then I believe in Jesus, and I worship him, but then it's like, I'm kind of not being a hypocrite, because it's like, I'm not believing that he made me perfect. But then if I love him and believe in him, then why don't I believe that he made me right? So that's been kind of a struggle for me. But I don't know, ever since I got more into my faith, like, I have never had the relationship of Jesus, the relationship of God, never had this kind of faith in my life before. And I became a Christian at 15, but it was very on and off. Like, I would go to church for like, I don't know, 4 weeks and then stop, and then not go for months, then go. But I never prayed, I never read the Bible or anything like that. And now, like, it's just such a huge part of my life, and I just feel this joy in my heart for him. I just feel so at peace, and I'm just so in awe of all the things that he's done for me. And so, I don't know, it's definitely a learning curve and a process, but I'm just very happy, and I'm so done being this negative, sad person, because, I don't know, I felt like that was also like part of my identity in a way. Like, I'm not allowed to be happy because, it's better to be sad. Like, I'm being selfish if I'm happy, so I have to be sad, I have to be depressed. But I don't feel that way anymore. I'm so happy. I've met so many amazing people that just are such lights in my life. Like, just so amazing people. Such amazing people. And I know that that God has put in my life for a reason. It wasn't an accident. And I know that if I continue going down the path that I'm going down, it's going to be really great. And I'm so happy that I've stopped all the habits that I have. There's so much else that I could go into, but I just don't want to get too, like, personal. Maybe one day I will make a whole testimony about this. If you would like to see that, I would love your comments below. And again, I just want to make sure that everyone knows that, like, I'm very open-minded. I'm not the type of Christian that has their, like, Christian bubble and doesn't, do research about other beliefs or other lifestyles, you know what I mean? Like, if I want you to respect me, then I have to respect you too. So that is how I view it, and that's what I think it should be like. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to share. It's just a huge part of my life, and I just thought, since I haven't made a video for a long time, I'd talk about what actually is going on instead of kind of hiding that. Yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helped or inspired some people, and you can always or my Instagram's private now, I forgot. I don't know, just make a comment, and yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye!